today we're going to remind ourselves how to create a simple table within Access. When you click on the Access icon, you click on Blank Database. And the option we have here is to create. Now remember, you're going to have to put this into somewhere meaningful. Okay, so you've got the open folder, which you can put into a folder, onto a USB pen, whichever you want to save it to. And we're going to give it, most importantly, a name. Remember, Access will want to call everything database 1, database 2, database 3. So we want to give it a meaningful name, and we are going to then click on Create. Okay, first icon we want to look at, and as I've said to you in the past, the most important icon in using Access is the View icon. Okay, so we're going to go click on View, and we're going to go to Design View, and this is where we're going to design our database. So the first thing we're asked to do is give our table a name. Okay, we're going to just call this Clients. Okay, again, a meaningful name. On the left hand side, the column we have are going to appear our field names, which will become, remember, our column headings, and when we actually look at Datasheet View to enter the data. The second column is obviously what type of data is going to be entered within that column. The first icon, as you remember, is the primary key. Now when we're using just a single table, a flat file database, we can leave this as auto number, and it will just automatically number each record from 1 onwards sequentially. Okay, when we start to use Access in earnest and we have more than one table, we need to think about the primary key a little bit greater detail. For instance, we might have this as employee ID. This would be a unique field. For each employee would have a different employee ID number. This avoids duplication of data within the database. But for now, we can leave this as the auto number, okay, and the field name as ID. You can see the little key here, which indicates that this is the primary key. So then we just pop in the rest of our field types. So I'm just going to pop in title, forename, surname, address, town, postcode, telephone number, pet type, last visit, the cost, and the age of the pet. Okay, remember we're breaking down each element into the smallest parts possible. So title, forename and surname for the name, and then address, town, postcode for the actual address details. Okay, what we're now going to do is look at the data types. So title, forename, surname, address, town and postcode can all stay as short text. In this particular example, okay, so can telephone number. If we change that to number in this instance, we're going to lose the leading 0. We can do things later on, like creating input masks, etc. Okay, which will let us default to certain codes, using brackets or not using brackets, etc. But for now, let's keep it simple and just leave telephone number as short text. Pet, okay, let's put pet as a lookup wizard. Okay, so this will give us a drop down list when we go to enter the data. So we're going to type the values that we want. We're going to click on next, and then we're just going to simply type in that we have cats, we have a dog, we also have hamsters, and we have horses. Okay, whatever kind of animal you want to put in here, you just keep extending the list down. I'm only going to put 4 in for now. I'm going to say next, and I'm just going to say finish. Okay, that appears in the little lookup tab down here in the formatting section, okay, or the field properties. And you can see here, if I've made a mistake, if I spelled hamster wrong, I can change that in here. And again, if I want to add in anything, I can do that from here. I just put the same format. I put in the semicolon, and then I put the name of the pet in quotes. Okay, I can also delete anything from here as well. Okay, last visit, we're going to put as a date and time field. Okay, again, when you go back into the general tab, you can change the formatting of this to a variety of different options. Okay, again, it just then means that we've got consistency of data depending on how people want to type. Okay, I always go for short date, that's my preferred option. Cost is going to be currency. Okay, so we're going to click on to the field, the data type, and we're going to choose currency. Okay, we can have decimal places or no decimal places, so this one's going to go automatic, but we could change that okay, to whether we're onto 2 or not, okay, or 0. Okay, age again is going to be a number field. Okay, certain things that we can do. Remember in our formatting of any of the text fields, we spoke about we would want to change the field sizes to make them smaller. Okay, so let's just going to put in 50 in here. You would do this with all of your data types. Remember we also, as I said, spoke about the greater than sign. Okay, that will force everything into uppercase. So again, regardless of how it gets typed in, it will change automatically into uppercase. Okay, let's also have a look at the default value for town. Okay, my surgery, okay, is in the Inverness area. So rather than having to type every time in every new record in the town field, we could type in Inverness and it will obviously automatically be populated for each new record. In the cost field, we can also remember some validation. Okay, so I'm going to say that we cannot have anybody who does not pay at least £25. That's our standard charge. So I'm going to put in the validation rule of greater or equal to 25, and the text would be something along the lines of minimum charge £25. Okay, so that's me popped in the details. Then I go back to the view icon, again the first one on the left, and this time I'm going to select datasheet view. Okay, I must save the table first, and now you can see each of my fields, okay, have now become the column headings, and Inverness is already populated. I'm just going to stick in one record for now, okay, and I'm going to pop in Mr. Okay, Mr. McDonald doesn't come from Inverness, he comes from Dingwall, but again I can just change that over, okay. I use my drop down list to pick the dog from the list because he has a dog. His last visit was, and the cost. If I try to put in here £20, okay, we will get the error saying minimum charge is 25. Okay, so he was actually charged £50 on this particular visit, and the age of his pet is 5. Okay, to add a new record, you just simply click on the next line. Okay, you can see that my record has been populated, the ID field is populated with number 1. Obviously my next record is going to be number 2.